Welcome to OG Marv Whispers. I'm your host, Marvin Kahn. Today's topic is going to be about healing from being in a relationship with a narcissist. A lot of you out there who might watch this may already know what a narcissist is, may have dealt with them before, or what have you. I personally have not. This is my first time actually understanding that there is such thing as a narcissist. I hadn't heard that word in years. I think I heard my mother and them talking about people like that when I was a kid, but I didn't understand it, and I just kind of shined it on and, didn't pay much attention, which I hadn't. Then I paid some attention. I'd have seen this bitch for what she was. And clearly, let me say this. Because that broad was a narcissist does not excuse the abuse that she, put me through. She knew she had some damn problems. She just did something about it her goddamn self. Why I got to come up here on YouTube? Although, let me say this. Had it not been for her ass being narcissistic the way she is, I would never have thought to look around and find an outlet to see the birth of this of OG Marv Whispers is actually due to her. Had she not, um, been the way she was, and had I not had a need to find an outlet in which to, vent, I wouldn't have never found this. And now that I have found this, it's a wonderful tool, very useful tool. I'm using this to heal, and it helps out a lot. And today, or actually last night, I listened to a bunch of YouTube people that are on YouTube, professionals, PhDs, talk about narcissism and the people who are narcissistic. Now, granted, yeah, people got some kind of issue. They do. Does that give them a free pass to fuck you up? No, it don't. What it gives them is a free pass to go to a goddamn psychologist and figure the fuck it out. Why you gotta fuck up other people's lives? So now I'm suffering from what is called narcissistic syndrome abuse. And that helps me understand what's wrong with me. Why can't I get past this shit? And all the things that the people that I've listened to that know what they're talking about in terms of narcissism, I have the symptoms, I've suffered the abuses that they mentioned about. Everything is pointing clearly to narcissism. Again, this doesn't excuse a goddamn thing as far as that bitch was concerned. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? While on the one hand, I do feel sorry for her. On the other hand, no, I fucking don't. Because it's a problem. If you ain't got sense enough to know that there's something wrong with you and you ain't thinking the way normal people think, and you don't sit up and go find you some goddamn help and do something about it, that's your motherfucking problem. For you to put that shit on me and make me feel like it was me, because see, that's what narcissistic people do. They lie, they cheat, they don't accept responsibility for anything. This bitch was all of that. Now, what part of that did she not get, or did she think was normal about her? Bitch laying up with all kind of niggas, fucking all kind of motherfuckers. I got, you know what? I got a whole folder, and one of these times that I do this video stuff, I'm gonna pull out that folder and show you exactly what I'm talking about. I got chats, I got text messages, I have Craigslist ad, responses to ads. This bitch was nuts, fucking nuts up. And yet, if I said that to her, she wanted to fight. Clearly, this motherfucker had issues in her motherfucking head. She still does. And I'm sure if she sees this video, she's gonna be mad at the motherfucker, but I don't give a fuck. Because I am the one that is suffering from the motherfucking abuse, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I don't care about the physical part because she didn't hurt me that bad. Well, actually, she didn't hurt me at all. Or, I'm not gonna keep you from hurting me. But the bottom line is, there's no, if you don't know what narcissism is and you haven't dealt with a fucking, for lack of, wanting to use that big ass word, I just want to call him fucking nut. This bitch is a nut, okay? Make no mistake, this bitch is crazy as a motherfucking loony bin. Do I sound like I'm angry? Yeah, I am. I'm angry. Because, I had 2 kids with this bitch. Not understanding that this bitch is a fucking problem. Not understanding that it really wasn't nothing wrong with me. To see what narcissistic people do, and I swear to God, this bitch has all the classic symptoms of narcissism. I just didn't know what narcissism was. I heard that word a couple times when I was a kid. I think I heard my mother and them talking about people that were like that. But I didn't pay no attention. I just kind of thought it was grown people talking and went on about my business. But clearly, I should have paid attention. Clearly, I should have said, I should have seen what this was. I should have recognized it. I should have been able to have some kind of intelligent conversation. Although when you're talking to a narcissist, it's kind of hard to have an intelligent conversation with them about any goddamn thing, especially when it comes to dealing with them personally. But they don't want you to know. They want to hide it. The worst goddamn thing a fucking narcissist can do is not deal with the fucking problem. And I'm angry because the bitch didn't deal with it and sit her dealing with it and loving me for taking the time to understand her fucked up stupid ass. This bitch had the nerve to go out there and cheat. Fucking all kind of niggas. That's another thing that narcissist people do. They cheat. They gotta fuck this guy, that guy, the next guy. Well, I guess if this guy, they're fucking the next bitch, next bitch, next bitch. But it's how you do it that makes a difference. Because I know some of you that know me are going to say, well, gee, Marvin, you did something like similar to that yourself. Are you narcissistic? No. Because what I did was totally different to what this bitch did in terms of I didn't sit there and hide the shit. I faced it head on, told people that this is what I do, this is how I am, and let them make choices. This bitch didn't tell me nothing, and I'm not blaming her for that because I don't think the bitch even knows that she's narcissistic. Or knew it at the time when I got with her. I think she knows it now. I think she's damn well aware. But does she go out? Does she do anything about it? Hell fucking no. Will she do anything about it? I don't know. I hope so. What I feel sorry for is the fact that I had children with this bitch, and my kids have to deal with that fucking shit. And sooner or later, like it may not be a problem because like right now, me and my daughter are kind of at odds about her use of her phone phone that I gave her. And me and her kind of got into it. I'm expecting this narcissistic fool to, pair it up with me and tell her that, look, if your father's calling, you ought to answer the phone for him. After all, he did give you the phone. This dumb fucking bitch, I mean, okay, she's narcissistic, but she's still a dumb fucking bitch. For her to sit there and not say nothing to my daughter and to allow my daughter to disrespect me as her father is unforgivable. Unfucking forgivable. I don't give a fuck if she's narcissistic. I don't give a fuck what kind of motherfucking head problems she got going on. Because she caused me at least 6, 7 years. The last 6, 7 years. For hell on it was hell. It was pure hell. With the exception of sex. And that's how a narcissist holds you. It's with that sex. They use their sex to keep you on the hook. They do things specifically to trap you and to get you hooked on them because they want to use you. They want to abuse you. They want to make you feel like they feel inside. Yet they don't want to deal with what's going on with them. They'd rather do that than do the right thing. I'm hoping that maybe one of her family members will see this. Oh, hell. Ain't nobody in her family gonna see this and say a goddamn thing to her because they don't want to fuck with her. Let me tell you something. Anytime a bitch gets mad at her own fucking flesh and blood grandmother, and I'm gonna tell you right now, when she came home and told me the story, I knew right then I was in trouble. She's out in East Oakland, working or doing whatever, sleeping around, doing all that kind of bullshit, calling herself working over in San Francisco at the airport. And she's at her grandmother's house with her. I'm gonna say it like this because I don't give a fuck. I think that her and this bitch go together. She has a good friend, or a good friend that she thinks is a good friend that she hangs around with, pals around with, and whatever you want to call it. I think it's a lot deeper than that. I don't have anything in any way of. I don't have any smoking gun right now. But and I'm not probably going to get it because at this point I don't even give a fuck. about that. What I care about now is healing, and that's what I'm using this to do, heal. I care about me right now. It's all about getting me together. Fuck that dumb bitch. Anyway, she gets with her little buddy. They both get jobs over in San Francisco. In some kind of way, they all they both get open. And her bitch friend got to go to the bathroom. But grandma don't want to let the bitch in and go use the bathroom because she don't know motherfucker. Do I blame Granny for that? Hell fucking no. I think Granny has every goddamn right to say, no, I don't want you to use my motherfucking bathroom. And I'm not saying that because I don't like the bitch that want to use it. I'm saying that because it's the right thing to say. It's because Granny has a right. It's her house. She can do whatever the fuck she wants to. My narcissistic mate comes home and tells me the story about her and her grandmother. And she actually came back home later, I don't know if it was the same day or the next day, but she actually picked up the phone and called her, picked up her cell phone, dialed her grandmother's cell phone, and I'm listening to her tell her grandmother, I never liked you, I don't like you, and I don't give a fuck about you. You never gave a fuck about me. A grandmother, this lady's 80-some years old. The narcissist is 33. I don't care how old you are. If you're dealing with an elder and they're doing something you don't like, unless they're doing something that's harmful to you, or something that's going to endanger your life or endanger your body some type of way, them not doing something you want them to do is not a reason to call them up and cuss them out. And I knew right then, she'll cuss out her own motherfucking grandmother. What the fuck did you think I thought she was going to do with me? Exactly what she did. We broke up, which was okay. And thank God that, another lady came in my life, and her and I weren't doing anything but being friends as long as I was with the narcissist. But as it turned out, I needed more than a friend. And Mary turned out to be that person. And I'm very indebted and grateful for Mary. Because Mary kept my head on straight when I was about to lose it. And see, that's what a narcissist will do. They'll make you think that you're just as crazy as they are. And, she wants to act like she's normal and wants to deal with me as if she's a regular person, and wants me to deal with her as if she's a regular person too. I hope she does look at this goddamn video, and I hope she does make a change in her life. Don't do this shit to nobody else. I don't know if the dumbass motherfucker really knows how bad she damaged me. And I'll tell you, until I understood this narcissism bullshit, I didn't realize. I knew there was something wrong with me and this whole issue of this bitch. Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. I used to change bitches like I change socks. So for me to not be able to get over this, something had to have been wrong, which caused me to look into it. Which thank God led me to that word narcissism. A lot of people are narcissistic, and maybe we all have some of that in us, one way or another. But if you have it to the point where you're damaging other people, until where you're making decisions that aren't good, like that thing with her grandmother. Who the hell gets mad at their grandmother because they won't let your friend use the bathroom? Who does that? A motherfucking narcissist does that. So now, because I'm gonna be honest, I thought they was fucking, and I'm not too sure. I still don't think that, but I'm gonna dig a little deeper, just for the hell of it. Maybe when I got some time, not that I can think I've done better to do. Because now that I know that she is a narcissist, I'm not sure how that relates to whether or not her and her best friend are fucking. I know that the relationship between them is a little bit different than it would be with most friends. I got friends. I don't argue with my friends. I've never had a friend argue with me in my life. I'm 65 years old. And I've had some differences of opinions. You know, I might think the sky is dark blue, where they're thinking it's light blue, but you know, not necessarily. Go in the house, please, son. Not necessarily to the point where we are in each other's face about the fight. Um, you know, I know a lot more about what's been going on between them than she thinks. But you know, that's another thing, another story, another video. I'm just glad that I got to the bottom of this, and now I can begin to heal a little bit better, maybe a little better. You know, I had a friend of mine, well, not exactly a friend. I had an acquaintance, somebody I know, saw a post that I had put on Facebook, and they were like, "Why haven't you got over this yet?" You know, they were irritated because, well, they don't like the person, they don't like the narcissist either. But it upsets them that the narcissist uh, is still on my mind because they don't understand what it is to deal with a narcissist and how damaged I really am. You know, that doesn't mean that, like, you know, it's not like I don't have a sickness. I mean, you know, I can think well, I'm thinking like a reasonable thinking person would, but, you know, I am suffering from that abuse. I am. And the fact that they don't take responsibility for it doesn't help matters any. And it actually probably hurts it. But, you know, but now that I'm trying to fight my way out of this, my own self, I don't need the bitch's help. She keep on being a goddamn narcissist. I hope she does see this and doesn't do this to nobody else. It's like her ought not even be in the dating game at all. Period. If there's any young men out there watching this video, if you happen to know a lady with the last name of Williams, run as fast as you can. To all you ladies out there named Williams, I'm not trying to say that all Williamses are like that, but I've had the occasion to date or have children with two ladies named Williams, and both of them were less than stellar girlfriends. One was a liar, one kind of wasn't, but they both were mean. You know, just mean spirited, mean everything. Yeah, I don't know what the resolve is, but what I know is I feel a little bit better. I use this to heal. This is my platform that I use to heal with, and I'm not going to keep on ranting here. I'm going to let this go. You all take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you on the next time I feel like whispering. Take this with you. Angels fly because they take themselves lightly. Perhaps we all should. Have a good day.